A major precedent has been set in Queensland this week after the state's highest court declared young criminals who invade homes and attack residents inside with knives should not have convictions recorded against them. In a decision handed down yesterday, 3 Court of Appeal judges declared the 2 teens who stormed the home of Wallabies legend Toutai Kefu, attacking him and his family inside, should not have convictions on their record. It is a move aimed at helping with rehabilitation. But advocates say this is a failure for victims. For more, Ben Cannon, neighbour of the Kefu family and co-founder of Voice for Victims, joins us live in Brisbane. Good morning to you. What was your reaction when you heard about this court ruling?
It was absolute disgust, and we actually heard from the media before we heard from the DPP that this had happened. So it was a bit of a double whammy yesterday. But it's as you said, precedents. That's what the courts are based on. But yet we've now had, in essence, 4 of the most powerful and smart judges in Queensland say that they don't believe that these victims should carry any burden or responsibility for their crimes once they've committed them. It's an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, so it happened about 4 years ago. And just to remind people, rugby great Toutai Kefu was stabbed in the liver. His wife Rachel was cut to the bone by a sickle. That is a bagging hook, if you want to look that up. His son and his daughter were injured as well. So these 2 teenagers pleaded guilty, they were 15, to malicious acts with intent. They could have got life. They got about 7 or 8 years. So they obviously haven't served that. They've served much less. No convictions will be recorded. What did you expect them to get as someone in that community and as someone who helped at the time?
We expected that they would have to carry the burden, as we have, of the crimes they committed, and that's not been the case. The fact that they're allowed to, and they have been allowed to ever since they committed these crimes, be totally anonymous and are totally hidden. Their families have never had to front the media. They've never had to answer these questions as to why they did it. It's an absolute kick in the guts for victims to have to carry the burden of these crimes and to have their name tied to it, as opposed to the person that committed it. And let's not forget, and this is what the judges have got to understand, it was only by a pure miracle that no one died that night. It wasn't the fact that they went there to do anything other than cause absolute harm and mayhem, carrying those knives and weapons into the house. And you know what? They did, and we were very lucky no one died.
Yeah, exactly, because it wasn't the laws were there, it was the judges and then the appeal court judges who let them out. Thank you very much, Ben. Here's Chevo.